What's up guys, Lewis here from Indiecredible, back with another indie game hot list. And if you don't know what these hot lists are, they're simply a run through of 5 indie games releasing throughout the month that we think you should definitely be checking out and we are super excited to play. Now, a quick apologies for our lack of content over the last month. We just took a month off as a team so we can go and spend some time with the family and get some summer holidays in. But we are now back with our scheduled content and the podcast will return next week. But enough of that, let's dive into our indie game hot list for September.
What comes to mind first? A story of hope, of love, of despair. Of how fathers pave paths for their young ones. How mothers...
Kicking us off is Children of Morta. Now, Children of Morta is a roguelike RPG that was teased several years ago and also had a very successful Kickstarter campaign, and now the release is finally here. Set in a fantasy land of Rhea, you play as the Bergson family, who are simply trying to save the mythical mountain from a plague of corruption. Story plays out with different members of the family, each who offer a different fighting style and different abilities. I'm about 3 hours into the game so far, and honestly I'm finding it very interesting. Combat feels very good and carries a slight tactical edge. Visuals and animations are absolutely stunning, and the story feels very nostalgic, reminding me of some of my favourite childhood fantasy movies. Children of Morta is releasing on PC on the 3rd of September, and it's coming to PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch on the 15th of October.
And how little we tend to care about that lately.
Creature in the World looks to combine classic style hack and slash action with arcade style pinball gameplay to bring what looks to be a pretty interesting action adventure. You play as the last remaining Botsy unit, whose main aim is to stop a deadly sandstorm. Venturing into the mountain, you'll need to play through 8 dungeons, each to offer their own skill-based combat challenges. The game reminds me a little bit of Yoku's Island Express, which is genuinely a great game, and if Creature in the World can carry any of that unique brilliance that Yoku brought us, then I cannot wait to play the game when it releases on Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC on the 6th of September. Another game that was teased several years ago and also had a very successful Kickstarter campaign is Blasphemous, and again the release is finally here. Set in a world that is heavily ruled by religion, this dark and brutal action adventure sees you looking to clear the land of some hideous beasts. Action here is just as you would expect, slick, fast and well downright hard. Players are rewarded for exploration, and with the stages of the game playing out in a non-linear Metroidvania fashion, there is a lot to explore. It's the dark setting of Blasphemous, as well as the grueling and gritty combat that has got us excited to play the game when it releases on PS4, Xbox One, PC on the 10th of September. A Nintendo Switch port is currently in the works.
They say the island is full of miracles, and we might find a cure.
Lively there, lads and lasses! I promised the merchants and their prince we'd be off before the tide.
I'm de Sade, the prince's nephew. If all is in order, we will soon be embarking on your boat.
It brings me comfort. but to know my son has left on a mission to heal his people.
Now, slowly becoming one of the most anticipated action-adventure games of the year, and not surprising if you watch the gameplay trailers, is Greedfall. Set in a world where the Malachor plague has desolated the land, you are on a quest to simply try and find a cure. Your quest brings you to the luscious island of Tir Freddy, a land untouched by the plague. Here you'll find many quests to complete, many magics to master, mysteries to unravel, and of course, beasts to survive against. There's many reasons to love the look of Greedfall, from the stunning visuals to the 17th century inspiration. Even the monsters look pretty damn awesome. Greedfall is releasing on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on the 10th of September, and honestly, I cannot wait to dive into the game.
Consequences of such a decision.
One of our frontier posts has just suffered a brutal attack. We didn't want this fight.
Tell me then, what is your intended purpose?
Do you renounce your gods?
The spirits of your lands must be quite horrendous to cast down such evils upon the peoples that live there.
Take your time to think about the consequences.
Wrapping up our September indie game hotlist is one of our personally most anticipated games of the year, and that is Cat Quest 2. Now, back in 2017, we were treated to the adorable Cat Quest, and the sequel is finally here. Cat Quest 2 looks to bring even more cute action to the Pawsome Adventure RPG, including the ability to play co-op and even play as a dog. The story on offer here does offer some reference to the original game, but is standalone, so you don't actually need to play the original game to understand what is going on. But why wouldn't you want to play the original game, guys? It is pretty damn awesome. Cat Quest 2 is releasing on PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and PC on the 24th of September. Well guys, that wraps up our indie game hotlist for September. If you're looking forward to playing any of the games, then let us know in the comments below. And to keep up to date with more indie game content, including news, reviews, previews, and when we get back to our weekly podcast, make sure you subscribe to Indie Credible. Until next time guys, have a great day, morning, evening, whatever it is, wherever you guys are. Until then, goodbye.